Hello, I'm Wafflestick, and welcome to my single-player survival series. We are currently on episode 6, and I'm really excited about today's episode because we're going to be looking at our new base reveal. Isn't that awesome? Oh yeah, I'm pumped. Because I want to go into my new area and just start building. I'm really excited to get into it, really. Like, I'm jumping to the moon. Don't get me wrong, I love this area, and we will be coming back to it at some point. But this was made more for buildcraft, and well, it doesn't really suit my needs for what I want to do. This new base idea is going to be really good for vanilla Minecraft, and I think it's going to really fit the bill. So looking at our ender chest, we do have everything packed up. I've got all my shulker boxes, colored them, renamed them. Well, a couple of them aren't. But if we were to go over to our starter house and just take a look, I've got some rockets. I had grinded it out. Went for a bunch of creepers, and it has paid off. I have a bunch of gunpowder from that. Looting 3 is great. Oh, I'm just going to sneak under the fence. Bunch of mobs over there, having some kind of cult circle. Don't know what's going on over there. But our starter home is looking a little bit different, isn't it? I have taken the enchantment area out and packed it up. Took my silk touch pick and just got it all. Isn't that great? I'm just going to be leaving the rest of it here. We have some junk in these chests, and I have packed up all my redstone. Think I've got everything out of the furnace. Great. We're ready to go then. I am really wanting to launch off into the sky, and I'm hoping it's not going to take too long. That's the one thing I'm worried about. Is it going to take too long, you know, to fly over there? But I think I have enough rockets. I think we're good. Let's go ahead and pack up this ender chest and get to floating, because I want to get there and just kind of start building on a little something that should get us by until we are ready. So nighttime, fine with me. We're in the sky. Welcome home. This is going to be our forest that we build in. Yeah, you may be wondering, why did you choose the taiga biome to do your base? I want to make a woodsy town, and that's going to be the base with multiple functions and the buildings serving as those functions, which would be really cool. It's sort of inspired by Fremp, but the only difference is Fremp made his a starter base. Mine's going to be my permanent base, so my structures are going to be a little bit big. And I want to make it look really beautiful. I've always wanted to kind of sit down and do a town build. Now, you may notice some of the stuff through the trees. This is a little work area that we can use until we get everything set up, like a little house or something to put all the stuff in. Got a concrete generator, a storage system, a smeltery, and some color generators. Yeah, I'm ready to get into this. I think the first thing that we got to work on is getting some of these trees taken down, because it's a little bit cluttery in here, and we can always use the resources as well. It looks like it's getting nighttime, about time to sleep or work on something until we do get these trees taken down. I think I might roll into a time lapse. about that? Doesn't that look good? It's nice and open. We have some area to work with now. And I had repaired my diamond axe. I was like, oh, it's getting a little bit close to breaking. We should probably fix that. But looking around the area, it seems like it would be an interesting place to work with. If we were to go over this hillside, there is a water stream. A really big water stream. A river, indeed. I mean... And on the other side, we do have some more taiga biome to work with. We could possibly do something with this because I want to spread the town out a little bit more and kind of work it through the trees, because if we make it too compact, then you're not going to be able to enjoy the environment. I really want to get that sense of walking through the trees, kind of taking advantage of this forest and transforming it into our surrounding environment. Because obviously, if I just made a town in this area, then we would have a whole forest around us, which is kind of cool. But I want to walk through that, you know, I want to make an exploration project. So definitely going to have some fun with that. And this is only my starting point. You know, I want to be obviously clearing more trees going in that direction or over the riverside, which I'm more likely to go that way. Okay, so I'm just now going to work on some of the pathway. I want to make this kind of large because, you know, I want to feel like we have a big path to work with to help spread things out. And just kind of going through and removing some of these blocks. And this is going to be a little bit less resource intensive than what I use in the waystone. So you know how it's all really bunched together. This one isn't going to be so much of that. And I kind of want to work my way up this way, I think. Yeah, that's a nice big pathway. And, you know, like flattening the patching like this, kind of like you do on the waystone, just kind of keeping the dirt road. And then we might eventually go into some kind of cobblestone street or something close. I don't want to overdo the cobblestone. You know, maybe a little bit more concentrated in more populated areas. Trying to think of something that maybe could resemble realism. I don't know. We're going this way and around. We're going to have to move this boulder. Got plenty to work with. And, you know, I kind of want to start with the build today. I sort of want to go ahead and get a house built so that way I can live in it. But, you know, that's the thing. Like, we got to be careful because I want to go about this project very organized. Like, you know, having a really good sense of direction before continuing into the bigger projects of the town. Hi, sheep. And it looks like we may have to remove a few more trees. Okay, I'm in the process of making a house area, and I can't say it's going the smoothest. Trying to keep it very pretty, but natural looking. And we need to take this tree out because it's just not doing that for us. We may actually do a set of custom trees too, which would be kind of a neat project. Because I don't do many custom trees. I've done them before, and I'm not terrible at them if they're not in big scale. Yeah, this is looking nice. Very cleared out. And I like the way it feels. It feels like a redwood forest. And I've kind of wanted to do that. I'd say this was inspired by my countryside episode that I had finished and, you know, kind of put in all of these spruce trees. But yeah, here we are. I mean, we've got this little area cleared out, which I think I want to continue pushing this back just a little bit so we do have a little bit more room to work with. And yeah, that's going to be today's project. I want to take this one step at a time since we know this is what we're dedicating our permanent base to. I want to do a good job on each build and, you know, make sure it looks legit and not just thrown together. Challenges. They're fun, guys. It's good. I've got to clear this hill out a bit. You know, judging the size of my home, you know, somewhat of a medium base for all of our stuff to go while we are building this. And yeah, I want the entrance to be over here somewhere. And, you know, kind of keeping the consistency of the size of 2 for this one. Bring this up. And then we need to go ahead and line these blocks up so that they are symmetrical. There we are. So yeah, this is going to be the entrance that I'm making. I gotta move this pathway over a bit, looks like. But yeah, you come in, you see the home in this whole area. Here's your entrance, and then you can go into the house. And then obviously I want to make it an upstairs as well. So it's going to be a challenge, but it's going to be fun. I got to remove some of these trees, got to remove those trees, and begin building this thing. Let's see, how far are we on the cracked? Yeah, I've got time to let that smelt as well. Working on this house build, it's fun, it's different, I like it. You know, I'm using stone slabs to kind of go in with this design that gives it some depth, but we can also put blocks behind that, making it look cool. I think I want to use andesite behind that, just keeping things a little bit gray, but I want some color in there. Gotta take Llama Freak's advice. Gotta take his advice, put some color into my builds, because they're just boring without color. Huh? What do you think? I mean, gray and spruce. So interesting, right? Okay, I'm getting a little bit low on food, and I also need to go sleep because it's turning nighttime. But that's a start. It's a start. Yeah, give me that. I want some of that sand. That's what I'm talking about. I need to put some color into my build. I got cactus green, but no sand and gravel, so I think that's pretty close to what we need. I don't need a whole lot. You know, I will make a big mining trip, find a mining desert, and look what else I found. Look at that, huh? Check it out. I don't want to render it too much because I don't want all my villagers dying. Do I have a shulker box on me? No. I got plenty of leaves though. Don't need those. And let's see, what else? We need to keep this for bone meal. Don't need the wool. Let's see, that should be good for now. We'll just pick up some of this. We'll find some gravel and get it done. I really want some green in my build because it's going to kind of blend in the environment. It's going to work together. And the gravel, that's the hard thing to find. Wow, what's this, huh? Whoa, whoa, check this out. Ah, that's cool. Man. Yeah, what a beautiful place. Oh yeah, fire ticks on, so gotta watch out for that. All right, let's do this. Let's see, do we have... All right. Okay, now, the matter of crafting this, let's go ahead and do that. Should have enough for sand now. Let's go ahead and pop those in there with the cactus green in the middle. There it is. Ooh, pretty green. 3 stacks too. Oh, I love this green. I actually like the powder. I didn't realize that looks so good. So I'm just gonna kind of take a gander. You know, I'm not going to do this completely. I'm just gonna get a couple of these. Obviously, it's gonna take a little bit of mining. So, okay, now let's take a look at this color combination, which that looks kind of good. Look at that. Both of those could match together quite nicely. And so if we were to pop on top of this house, look at the color scheme, I think, if I can get up there. I don't know if I can get up here. Go around. Pop and that. Ooh, as a wall. People usually use this stuff as a roof, but it looks so good, doesn't it? A little bit solid. Not gonna lie. Ah, there's something new. Something new totally. That's gonna take some consideration. Oh. Why? Why? Why this? Let's go ahead and kill this creeper. Thank you. So, I have spent Father's Day with my dad. It was a good old time. Hope you guys did have a good Father's Day, and you got to spend it with your beloved one. However, I have been kind of working on this area and finally got it finished. I even did the interior decor. I just got lost in the project when coming back, and it looks quite nice. I like the way it's turned out. Really like the roof compared to what I usually make, but it still looks a little bit awkward, doesn't it? I mean, just a little bit. But once we get in the flow of things, the roofs will look a lot better. It just takes some work and learning. It's a learning process for sure. And I have kind of went with the stone stairs along with the wood and the patchwork that we did in our old base. I've seen some people doing this and I think it looks good, that pattern does. Kind of breaks up that texture a bit. Gonna fix this at some point. But if we were to go inside and look at some of the interior decor, I have lit up the area a bit. We do have a chest here. I love a little painting. Another one as well, and a creeper. Always gonna have the creeper one. That's my favorite one. I am currently in the process of making some of this because we will be needing it. Because we're going to be doing this. We need to just kind of break up the pattern a bit, have some cracked brick in there to give it some texture. Need one right there. That'd be excellent. Oh, did I? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. And then we need one about right there would be fine. Well, I've got a little lamp in here, you know, just kind of livening up the area, sort of like I did with my old house on the Waystone that I did at the farmer area. Same up here with a little balcony. I thought the balcony was a nice touch. Something different than what you see in your average Minecraft house. With some storage above with a bed. And I will be moving a few things up here, but this isn't going to be my work area. It's going to be like my living area. So it has come out looking nice. I really like the green walls. I like how it's come together. Job well done. For the last little bit of this clip, I have decided to kind of take a little walk through and show you what my plans are. So this is where my house is, and my workstation's right there, very close to the pathway. And if we were to kind of march up this way, still got to fill in the creeper hole. Haven't gotten to it yet. And if we were to just kind of make a circle around these trees and go in the center, there's a lot of space to work with in this area. And I want to make like a circle at first, doing like kind of like a town circle, and then have those as my multifunctional things, because obviously we're going to have to do some farms. I mean, I'm Waffle Stick. I do farms. I love my farms. And we could do all of that in this area so that we can set world spawn here, and it will keep our farms running. That's the way my single player is going to work. Oh, what's this doing here? Oh, I must have messed up somewhere. But yeah, that's going to be a fun project to have, like, you know, a nice iron farm in the middle and all of my other farms so that those chunks stay loaded and we can get good amounts of items. But I think that's going to be about it for this episode, guys. Hope you did enjoy watching. We will be seeing you next episode. Have a fantastic day.